Children, now let us start the chapter Lines and Angles. In the previous chapter, you have studied that a minimum 2 points are required to draw a line. You have also studied some exams, and with the help of these exams, you proved some other statement also. In this chapter, we will study the properties of the angles formed when two lines intersect each other, and also the properties of the angles formed when a line intersect two or more parallel lines at distinct point. In science, we study the properties of light by drawing the ray diagram, and in our daily life we see different types of angles formed between the edges of plane surfaces. For making a similar kind of model using the plane surfaces, you need to have a thorough knowledge of angles. To find the height of a tower or to find the distance of a ship from the lighthouse, we need to know the angle formed between the horizontal and the line of sight. Plenty of other examples can be given where lines and angles are used. And now let us first revise the terms and definitions related to lines and angles learnt in earlier classes. Let us first revise the terms and definitions related to the lines and angles learnt in earlier classes. Now, the basic terms and definitions. First one is line segment. What is line segment? Part of a line with two endpoints is called line segment, that you learnt in previous chapter. So, what is line segment? Part of a line with two endpoints is called line segment. See here, there is a line segment AB which is denoted as AB. Its length is here AB. The length of the line AB is the distance from A to B, that is AB. And here AB is a ray which can be denoted as the ray AB. Here A is the initial point and that is directed towards the point B. And here AB is a line and XY is a line segment, and the AB line can be extended to any length on both the sides. Next, collinear points. The word itself says collinear point. So what do you mean by collinear point? Here there are some points, 3 or more points you can have here. If 3 or more points lie on the same line, then they are called collinear points. For example, you take here there are 5 points A, B, C, D, E. You can draw one single line passing through all these 5 points. So means all these 5 points lie on a single line, lie on the same line. So the points A, B, C, D, E are called collinear points. Points A, B, C, D, E are called collinear points as they are on the same line. So what are collinear points? If 3 or more points lie on the same line they are called collinear points. The points which lie on the same line are called collinear points. Next, non-collinear points. If you know the collinear points, then you can clear non-collinear points. What are non-collinear points? 3 or more points which do not lie on the same line are called non-collinear points. See here there are 5 points. They are not on the same line. You can't draw one single line by joining them. So they are not on the same line. So what are non-collinear points? 3 or more points do not lie on the same line are called non-collinear points. Next, let us discuss about the angle. And what is angle? Angle is a figure formed by two rays which originate from the same endpoint. See here, the ray OA and ray OB are originating from the same point O. Therefore, there is a formation of the angle AOB. Angle AOB. Angle AOB is an angle formed by two rays, ray OA and ray OB. OA and OB are initiating from a point O by forming the angle AOB. The rays making an angle are called arms of an angle. Here OA and OB. OA and OB are called arms of angle AOB. OA and OB are called arms of angle AOB. So what is angle? An angle is a figure formed by two rays which originate from the same endpoint. And next, let us discuss about different types of angles that you have learnt in your previous classes. You know the types of angles. They are acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, reflex angle, complete angle. These are the 6 types of angles. Now, what is an acute angle? What is an acute angle? An angle which measures between 0 and 90 degree is called an acute angle. An angle which measures less than 90 degree means that is between 0 and 90 degree is called an acute angle. Here angle ABC angle ABC is less than 90 degree. So here if x is an angle, then x degree is greater than 0 degree and less than 90 degree. So what is acute angle? An angle which measures between 0 degree and 90 degree. Usually you can say that angle which measures less than 90 degree is called an acute angle. Then second type is right angle. So what is right angle? An angle which measures exactly 90 degree is called right angle. Here angle XYZ is equals to 90 degree. It is right angle. So what is right angle? An angle which measures exactly 90 degree is called right angle. Then third type is obtuse angle. So what is obtuse angle? An angle greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree is called obtuse angle. What is an obtuse angle? An angle greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree is called obtuse angle. Here angle PQR. Angle PQR is greater than 90 degree and lesser than 180 degree. So it is an obtuse angle. So if you take this x, then x degree is greater than 90 degree and lesser than 180 degree. So what is an obtuse angle? An angle greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree is called obtuse angle. Next, straight angle. So what is straight angle? An angle which measures exactly 180 degree is called straight angle. Here angle LON. Angle LON is equals to how much? That is 180 degree. So an angle which measures exactly 180 degree is called straight angle. Next about the reflex angle. An angle which is greater than 180 degree and less than 360 degree is called reflex angle. Here, let us take the angle ABC. You know that this is the acute angle and this is the reflex angle, that is greater than 180 degree. Here, angle ABC is greater than 180 degree and lesser than 360 degree. So if you take its measurement is x degree, so x degree is equals to, that is greater than 180 degree and lesser than 360 degree. Then x is the reflex angle. So what is reflex angle? That is greater than 180 degree and less than 360 degree. The next one is complete angle. An angle which measures exactly 360 degree is called complete angle. Complete angle means we are showing one point, that is, this is the complete angle. If you take a circle and the angle at this point, that is equals to 360 degree. So these are the different types of angles. Acute angle less than 90 degree, right angle exactly 90 degree, obtuse angle greater than 90, less than 180 degree, straight angle exactly 180 degree, reflex angle greater than 180 degree and lesser than 360 degree, and complete angle exactly 360 degree. In this way, you can clear the different types of angles. Now, different types of pairs of angles. Here, there are pairs of angles and they are having their own special properties. First one is complementary angles. So, what are complementary angles? Complementary angles, here pairs of angles means there must be two angles. So, complementary angles. Two angles are said to be complementary angles if the sum of their measure is 90 degree. Here, two angles are said to be complementary angles if the sum of their measure is 90 degree. So, example you take here, complementary angle of 40 degree. What is the complementary angle of 40 degree? That is 50 degree. Why? Because you know that 40 degree plus 50 degrees is equals to 90 degree. Therefore, 40 degree angle and 50 degree angle are complementary to each other. Similarly, complementary angle of 80 degree is 10 degree. You know that 80 plus 10 is 90. Therefore, complementary angle of 80 degree is 10 degree. And also complementary angle of 10 degree is 80 degree. Now you write the complementary angle of the following angles: 10 degree, 20 degree, 89 degree, 55 degree. So you know that the complementary angle of 10 degrees, that is 80 degree. Complementary angle of 20 degrees, 70 degree. Complementary angle of 89 degrees, 1 degree. Complementary angle of 55 degrees, that is 35 degree. In this way, you will get the complementary angle. Next, let us go to supplementary angles. So, what are supplementary angles? Two angles are said to be supplementary angles if the sum of their measure is 180 degree. So, what are supplementary angles? Two angles are said to be supplementary angles if the sum of their measure is 180 degree. For example, you can take supplementary angle of 20 degrees 160 degree, because 20 plus 160 is 180. So, 20 degree and 160 degree are supplementary angles. Similarly, supplementary angle of 100 degree is 80 degree. You know that 100 plus 80 is 180. So, 100 degree and 80 degree are supplementary angles. Similarly, find the supplementary angle of 20 degree, second one 60 degree, third one 50 degree, fourth one 110 degree. You know what is the supplementary angle of 20 degree? That you already know, that is 160 degree. And supplementary angle of 60 degree, that is 120. Supplementary angle of 50 degree, that is 130. And supplementary angle of 110 degrees 70 degree. In this way, the supplementary angles adds up to 180 degree. Next type of pair of angles is adjacent angles. So what are adjacent angles here? Two angles, see here, ABD, angle ABD, angle ABD and angle DBC are adjacent angles. How it is? See here, both the angles ABD and DBC are having the common vertex B and a common ray BD, common vertex and common arm. Here, angle ABD and angle CBD are having a common vertex B and common arm BD, so they are adjacent angles. So, what are adjacent angles? Two angles are adjacent angles if they have common vertex and a common arm. Common vertex and common arm. So, here angle ABD and angle CBD are having common vertex and common arm. So, they are called adjacent angles. And also you know that here AB, the ray AB and ray BC are uncommon arms. They are uncommon arms here. Adjacent angles are having a common vertex and common arm and two uncommon arms. So you can take angle ABD and angle DBC are adjacent angles. Because why they are adjacent angles? Because they are having a common vertex B and a common arm BD. So they are adjacent angles. This is one of the type of pairs of angles. Next, here if you take these two angles, you know that they are two angles but they are not adjacent angles because they are having different vertex and there is no common arm here. Next, that is linear pair of angles. Here again one more special pair of adjacent angle. You know that here angle ABD, angle ABD and angle CBD. They are adjacent angles. Why they are adjacent angles? Because they are having common vertex B and a common arm BD. Common vertex B and common arm BD. So they are adjacent angles. But the speciality is here, they adds up to 180 degree. The sum of these two adjacent angles, angle ABD plus angle CBD is equals to 180 degree and they are called linear pair of angles. And you know that the uncommon arms form a straight line here. BC and AB form a straight line. The speciality means here uncommon arm form a straight line. It means the sum of the adjacent angles is 180 degree. So they are called linear pair of angles. So what is linear pair of angles? When the sum of the adjacent angle is adjacent angles is 180 degree. Then they are called a linear pair of angles. Here angle ABD plus angle DBC is equals to 180 degree. First condition, they are adjacent angles. Second, their sum is equals to 180 degree. Then they are called linear pair of angles. Two adjacent angles are said to be linear pair if their sum is 180 degree. Means they are supplementary here. Next, linear pair axioms. There are two linear pair axioms. First axiom is, if the ray stands on a line, then the sum of two adjacent angles so formed is 180 degree. Here there is a linear pair. See the ray, which ray? Ray BD. You can write ray BD stands on. Ray BD stands on what? Line AC. Stands on line AC. Then the sum of the adjacent angles so formed is 180 degree. That is angle ABD plus angle DBC is equals to 180 degree. Then angle ABD and angle DBC are linear pair. The pair is a linear pair. So if the ray stands on a line, then the sum of two adjacent angles so formed is 180 means when a ray stands on a line, you will get a linear pair of angles. The next axiom is, if the sum of two adjacent angle is 180 degree, then the non-common arms of the angles form a line. See here, what the axiom says, if the sum of adjacent angle is 180 degree. Sum of adjacent angles. If angle ABD plus angle DBC is equals to 180 degree, then non-common arms of the angle form a line. Which are the non-common arms here? You know that BD is a common arm. This is the common arm here. BD is a common arm and B is a common vertex. Non-common arms are BA and BC. BA and BC form a line here. So, what the axiom says, if the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree, then the non-common arms of the angles form a line. That is the two axioms on the linear pair of angles. So, they are called linear pair axioms. Next, let us discuss about the vertically opposite angles. It is one of the special pair of angles. So, what are vertically opposite angles? When two lines intersect each other, then the two angles which are opposite each other at the common vertex is called vertically opposite angles. So, they will form when two lines intersect each other. See the lines here, AB and CD are the lines. In this figure, AB and CD are the two lines which intersect each other at a point O. AB and CD intersect at a point O. And here there is a vertex O, and opposite to the vertex, here you will get two pairs of angles. Angle AOC and angle BOD are opposite to each other. Angle AOC and angle BOD are opposite to each other and they are called a pair of vertically opposite angles. Angle AOC and angle DOB. They are opposite to the vertex O. That is one pair of vertically opposite angles. Again you will have one more pair. See here. Angle AOD and angle BOC. They are also opposite to each other at the common vertex. At A, they are exactly opposite to each other, and that pair is also called pair of vertically opposite angles. So, here what you can say, when two lines intersect each other, then the two angles which are opposite each other at the common vertex is called vertically opposite angles. To have the vertically opposite angles, two lines must intersect at a point, and you will get a intersecting point. At that intersecting point, there are two pairs of angles which are opposite to each other, and both the pairs are said to be pairs of vertically opposite angles. So when two lines intersect at a point, we will get two pairs of vertically opposite angles. Here in the figure, AB and CD are the two lines which intersect each other at O. AB and CD are two lines which intersect at O. Then two pairs of opposite angles formed at O are angle AOD and angle BOC, and angle AOC and angle BOD. They are called what? They are called pairs of vertically opposite angles.